It's Stephen Gilbert here with Soulweb.org, where internet marketing meets integrity. And lately, it's where modern marketing meets the modern world. Um, I wanted to make a video and check in with you guys and see how you're doing and kind of talk about where I've been the last 5 years. So you might remember me, especially if you got my email. I used to be pretty active in the digital marketing space. I did that for about 10 years and operated at soulweb.org. And now that's actually my agency website. So if you go over there, you'll see my marketing agency. But for the last 5 years, I've actually been working for an Inc. 500 company running their marketing department, which sounds kind of boring. And I guess, as corporate jobs go, it's the most fun corporate job you could have. And I've learned a lot. I was able to learn paid advertising, spent something like 20 or 30 million on Facebook ads and another, 20 or 30 million on Google ads and a few million on Bing ads. And so I really got to go there and learn a lot of cool things. And I'm still there, still working in corporate marketing and just learning so much. But about a year ago, I actually started my marketing agency back up. I've been doing that too. So I do marketing for local companies and companies all across the country. And recently I got the idea that maybe, I should load up those old customer lists and engage with you guys and see how you're doing and see if you still wanted to hear from me. Because in the last year or so, just from my marketing agency alone, I generated like probably an extra $60,000 to $80,000 in my spare time doing marketing work for other companies. And I thought, if you go by what Twitter is saying, the economy is on the rocks. And I don't know, it just felt like the time is right. I felt like the time is right. When I stopped emailing you guys in 2019, in all honesty, I was the unhealthiest I ever been. I pretty sure I had some kind of mental breakdown. I was constantly drinking a lot and even occasionally still abusing drugs. But in my head at that time, I was still sober, just not doing hard drugs. Looking back, that is not sober at all. And so I'm really grateful that I had that experience. I obviously wish I could go back and change the way things played out. But what really happened is I ended up, I guess, drinking myself or partying myself into some kind of mental breakdown, which, needed to happen, because what ended up happening was, God say, I hate to bring this up in a business setting because it's very private, but God saved my life and pulled me out of it. And that's been 6 years ago. And so I haven't had drugs or alcohol or anything else coming up on 6 years. It'll be 6 years, February 5th of 2025. So it's coming up. Obviously, I got divorced, had to move to a different custody arrangement with my kids, and spent like the last 6 years just working in corporate America and honestly working on myself, trying to get to know myself, try to learn how to have a relationship with God or with the higher power, and just grow. And thankfully, God landed me here at this corporate job I'm at because I learned so much. And so I just thought maybe I should make a video and see if you guys would be interested in learning some actual marketing. The thing about the marketing space, looking back on it, is there's a lot of people who pretend to know what they're doing and they really don't, and I think when I first started in that space in 2008, I definitely was faking it. And then I think sometime around like 2010, 2011, I started to go more legit and talk about things I actually knew. And then somehow, like a literal miracle, wound up in this marketing job and have now learned so much after working here for 5 years that I could literally talk to you about how to make a video, how to run Facebook ads, how to run Bing ads, how to run Google search ads, how to do SEO, all of it. And lately, what I've been doing is taking that knowledge and just running a marketing agency as a side hustle, mainly from like Google connections and then word of mouth. And so I thought maybe that you guys would like to learn about that stuff because I'm doing it. You know, I can show you some of the receipts or proof of income or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if I'm that interested in like that whole make money online stuff, but I mean, I'm interested in like an actual business, and that's what I do with my agency. You know, it's just like a side thing. You know, I have this corporate job still that I kind of operate now in like a leadership consulting role, which has freed up my time to pursue some of these other things like my agency or whatever. And so I decided, you know, to get back out there, I was going to do a couple things. I was going to make my personal brand again, SoulwebSteve, and I was going to get my old soulweb.org website up, which is where the business is. And so what I'd really like to do is just talk to you about some of the things that I've learned over the last 5 years of doing real, like in the trenches, like marketing, making database decisions and just seeing what works. I mean, we're talking copywriting, email marketing, paid ads, social media management, all of it. And see if maybe some of that information would be useful and helpful to you guys. So what I'm going to do next is I'll make another Loom video that kind of just shows you some of the accounts I've worked on, and I've also got something I want to give you. I want to give you a checklist, just kind of give you like a sneak peek of what I've been doing. So I've been taking these like steps in this checklist and offering it to local businesses for anywhere from like $1,700 or $7,000, depending on what I could charge, and then building it out for them. You know, just building out all the marketing that these little businesses don't know how to do. And so I thought that might be something you guys would be interested in, at least as a sneak peek or something. And so I've included a link to that down below. But what would also be cool is if, you know, you could comment and tell me a little bit about what you've been doing the last 5 or 6 years. Tell me about how things are going, and then tell me about what types of things you would like to learn about. Because at this point, you know, after 10 years in the digital marketing space up until 2019 when I got like sober through AA and all that stuff, versus the 5 years after that where I've been in corporate America spending tens of millions of dollars on ads and like TV commercials and everything else, that there's got to be something that you guys would like to, you know or learn about. So if you could comment below and talk about that too, that'll help me go in the right direction. And then on my end, I'm just kind of interested in, I don't know, dipping my toe back in, getting re-engaged with you guys, teaching you guys some actual stuff from a vantage point of, hey, this is something I've actually done. This is something that we've actually tested and spent $10 million on. Because I don't think there's really a lot of that in that whole ancient space. Maybe some of it. I don't keep up with it. But I just wanted to dip my toe back in, see how you guys were doing, see if you'd be interested in learning more, and just kind of take it as it comes. So it seemed like the first thing I should do was make a video. You know, I'm remarried now. I live on a little farm in Tennessee, and by little I mean like 2 acres, but we have a garden and we have 2 chicken operations. And I think in a few weeks I'm probably, God willing, going to have another baby. So we'll have 3 kids. My kids are better than they've ever been. And of course I'm remarried, but have a great relationship with my ex-wife. And in my spare time, lately I've been doing marketing, but I also like to help other people get sober. So that's a little bit about me. Let me transition into another video here just to show you some of the things that I've worked on so you know I'm not, totally blowing smoke. So just give me a second. So I'm hoping you guys can kind of see my whole screen now. Right now I'm logged into one of the Google accounts that I've worked on the last 5 years. And I just want to scroll all the way down. And so I built out this Google account, all the keywords, all of it, and through trial and error and learning and education, spent a lot of money, learned a lot, probably spent about 50 grand a week on Google ads, but it leads to like 400 or 450 grand in revenue. So just like all that this can track, it shows 22 million. I think it's honestly more than that. But that's what it shows on this dashboard. And then of course, kind of did the same thing for, Bing, built that out, spent a couple $1,000,000 there. All these ads are still running, on Bing. We probably spend realistically like 10 to 15 grand a week. And then on I'd probably generate like 150 grand a week just from these ads. And then on Facebook, I don't know if you can even see Facebook right now. I don't know if you can even see Facebook right now, but if I have to, edit this later, that's fine. On Facebook, spent even more. So if you go over here and look, you can see. 400K just this month. $20 million total. So it looked like it kind of cut out there when I got to the Facebook part, but it said 20 million total spent on Facebook. So I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse into that stuff, just so you can see that I'm not blowing smoke, that I've actually learned a lot. And I'm just curious, like, what would you guys like to learn about first? It doesn't have to be ads. We do social media management, SEO, everything. But is this still stuff that you guys think you would be interested in? Would you be interested in learning from real stuff, from people who are an expert and, and more? I'm thinking about potentially starting a podcast. Like at this point, I'm 34 years old and I've done marketing in a professional way and successfully since I was 19. So I just thought I would email you guys, see how you're doing, see what you're interested in, and see if, we could just kind of get back into it, especially with all the craziness in the world. So I figure if it's meant to be, it'll be. But in the meantime, I went ahead and put a link down below to a checklist. I'm just giving it to you free. You don't need to opt in or anything like that. And what I'm thinking about doing is kind of making a step-by-step like video series or video course or something that explains exactly how I've been, making money with my own marketing agency. Because what I've realized is, even though it's 2024, most business owners still don't know anything about marketing. And so even if you only know a small amount or a medium amount or whatever, there's room there for you to kind of make some extra income. I think for sure I could take this full time with the agency if I wanted to, but 60 to 80K on my spare time is pretty great. And I've even kind of figured out how to outsource a lot of it. So I thought it could be good to start there and just show you guys what I've been working on the last year, see what you're interested in, and then see how this thing expands. Obviously, you're watching this video on SoulwebSteve.com. And since I'm, starting this whole personal brand thing back up a little bit to see, just to kind of test the waters, I'm going to post all my content here. But my marketing agency is soulweb.org. So This has just kind of been something I've been working to for the last year. I realized I really enjoyed the freedom that came from, working for myself, and I'm just working towards that again. That's why I started the agency. That's why I've built this personal brand, and kind of re-engaging and just bringing some of the lessons from real life or whatever and from marketing to you guys, and just, seeing what's up, taking it one thing at a time and one day at a time, and then going to find out what happens next. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to learn about. Let me know what you've been doing. And if I upset you by sending you an email, I apologize. I did my best. So anyway, I hope you're well. And thanks for watching. And always, you can reply to the email I sent you if you want to get in touch with me, or you can comment below. So I hope to talk to you again soon. I really also want to know if you guys want to know more about the marketing agency stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this makes sense. Bye.